online social science class at home. In this lockdown period, I think so you get it bored and you didn't read anything. Now I'm going to help you. I'm going to teach you the 7th class. In CBSE board, I'm going to take NCERT book. Okay, just recall what we learned in 6th standard. What we learned? We learned about Earth in geography chapter I'm going to take. You're going to learn geography. We learn about Earth. Now, in this 7th class, you're going to learn the Earth deeply. Okay? Their chapter name is Environment. Now, take your notebook and write things around us. Just me show in your slide. Yes, I think so you've written. For what you're writing this, I will say in end of our class. It's useful for end of our class. Now what you're going to write in it? What is around you? What is around you? Now in me, I'm seeing front of a laptop, a pillow, mobile, communities, religion, one political also I'm seeing, air I'm seeing, and water also I'm seeing. Like that, what you're seeing, that object you're going to write in this. For this, I'll give 20 seconds to write down it. Your 20 seconds starts now. Friends. Your 20 seconds up, friends. Now, write your chapter name, Environment. And write down, you should write environment and its definition. Let me show you. The definition is the things and nature that surround any living organisms is called environment. And environment have components of environment. First of all, what is components? You know about what is components? I know, let me say it. I think so daily you're drinking tea. What's the components of tea? Is tea sugar, tea powder also, and milk. Components are that make up something. So now I said one example. That is tea. Tea powder, sugar and milk. Like that only you're going to learn about environment also. Let me say one example. Another example is, what are the components of car? Tires and engine, doors and windows. The components of environment are the place, people, things and nature that surround any living organisms. Thus make up the environment. That is environment. Like that, environment has 3 types. Let me say that. It's nature, human made and human. Now let me read about nature environment. Components like air, water, land, plants, animals are nature components as they exist naturally. Now next we are going to learn is human components. Before that, we are going to learn that nature components is divided into 2 parts. The 2 parts are biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components are living organisms and abiotic are non-living organisms. Biotic are plants, animals and humans. Abiotic is non-living, so air, water and land. Next is human components. Environment also. Human components are the systems that include humans, their instructions among themselves. Some examples of human components are individuals, families, communities, and educational institutions. Components of environment, I show now a flowchart. See, nature exists naturally and it has two components. That two components are biotic and abiotic. Biotic are living organisms, abiotic is non-living organisms. Biotic example is humans, plants and animals. Abiotic is air, water and land. Human-made environment is easy. I didn't say, but it's easy to know. Things made by humans, for example, chair, pen, pencil is made by human only. Now, then is human. Human environment are humans and their instructions. For example, economics, religions and political life. Okay? Now, next I'm going to show you Ncert book. See, I'm showing now that is components of environment. In that nature components, we are going to read these 4 components in the further classes. Okay, that is water, air, land, living things. Okay, and I am going to show you human examples also. Individuals, family, communities, religions, educationals, economics and political situations, also life. Now, nature components, human-made components and human components. Make a tabular column like this. Before the class, we written things around us. That what is around you, I said to write now. And I said, this is useful for end of our class, I said. So this is our end of our class. I am going to show you what. We written some of the things. Now, take that things and write on these 3 tabular column. It's useful for your future also. For this, I'll give 1 minute time to do this. Your 1 minute starts now, friends. This is our end of our class. What we learned, let's recall. We learned about environment. The environment meaning is the things and nature which surround any living organisms is called environment. And environment is have different components. That components are nature components and human-made components and last human components. Nature components are exists naturally. It's have 2 components. That 2 components are biotic and abiotic. Biotic is living organisms. Example, plants, animals and humans. Abiotic is non-living organisms. Example, air, water and land. Now human-made components. Human-made components which is that made by human. For example, chair, pen, pencil, etc. And human components. Human components are their humans and their instructions there. Okay, what are them examples? Religions, economics, families, communities, educationals and etc. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. Bye. Happy learning.